cottage in Wiltshire. I'm going to be showing you around our gardens today and show you what a real quintessential English cottage garden can and does look like. These have been a labour of love and something that we've been doing for the last few years. So let's go inside and have a look, and there will also be a surprise with a really beautiful paddock that we've bought at the end. Probably a couple of weeks ago actually, I dug up one of our gorgeous clematises. It's a Montana, and I decided I didn't like where it was. It was in a darker corner, it wasn't really seen that much, and I wanted something to go around our cottage door for a while, and I wanted the roses to do that, but I also wanted something with a bit more foliage and also a bit more longevity when it came to the flowers. So I've got this gorgeous clematis. It looks really happy and we have lots of buds coming out on it. I have also been lucky enough to have grown quite a lot of roses in this garden, one of which I have entwined all the way up, that's going to be joining the clematis around the porch of the cottage, and hopefully it gives us a beautiful floral archway throughout spring and into early summer. Down here we have something very special. It is an English wild orchid. This one is a common spotted orchid, and my young daughter actually found it when she was learning to crawl in our front garden. And had we not found it, I don't know that I would be so whimsical and so kind of gung-ho with our gardening and allowing the lawn to just get overgrown like this. But in actual fact, in doing so, it's increased biodiversity in our garden. We've got, as you can hear, a lot more birds, we've got more insects. I've seen this year hummingbird bees, I've already seen a huge array of butterflies, and it's just beautiful to see. So these are the front flower beds of a cottage garden. They're quite traditional. You often have a very overgrown and beautiful, kind of almost messy and chaotic sense of gardening in the front. We've got lots of different flowers growing here, from geraniums to roses. We've got bulbs, so we've got daffodils, tulips, we've got alliums, hopefully if they come up. I've also put in this gorgeous wisteria that was my grandmother's, and it's actually flowering for the first time in its life, and that's really special to me because grandma would have never seen that. So for me to have that on my cottage garden wall on my house now is just amazing. I've also got some other plants here that have been cropping up. This one I planted last year and I've still got the little tag in the ground because I never remember what it is. I think it's a type of kind of bleeding heart, and it's doing really, really well in the garden, and hopefully we get a lot more flowers from that. I've also planted, to the dismay of some gardeners because they are so common, but I love them, I've got a hydrangea Annabelle here, and I'm hoping that this produces some flowers this year. We haven't had any off of it before, so if it does flower it will be the first year. We've also got lots of different other colours here, so we've got the reds of the tulips, we've also got these, which the name escapes me right now, but I adore them, and I've planted a nice clump here. The main thing for me when planting up my cottage garden is I don't want to see really any soil. I don't mind seeing soil if it's in certain areas like the raised beds, or maybe some of the other little like edging areas because it's a little bit neater. But I think in the front of our cottage, which is the kind of face of the house, you want it to be overgrown and you want it to be whimsical and fairy tale, or at least I do. and I love them so much. When I first planted them, they actually all came out white, and I had bought them as pink tulips, and I was just like, no! But I love them even more because they've gone from a beautiful, very white, kind of bride white, all the way down to what is actually coming out as a beautiful pink, and they look like strawberry creams. I love them so much. So we're gonna cut a few of those and display those in the cottage. Paddock where our chickens live. We're not really sure what to do with this space fully yet. We've got an idea, we've got a kind of plan together in a design, but I think until we start digging and start really getting to work with it, we're not going to know fully how it's going to transform. And I like to change things as I go as well when I'm gardening, and suddenly you'll see something or have an inspiration pop into your head and go, yes, we're going to do that. So let's go have a little look round, and we can also meet the girls again. So this is the chicken run that you will have seen in my last video on meeting the chickens. The girls are currently ignoring me, enjoying being out at pasture, as it's called, I think. And I'm hoping they'll dig up a lot of what's going on here and tidy a lot of the plant matter away. They've done a really good job so far, but then I guess so have myself and John, haven't we? We've got rid of hundreds of brambles, literally hundreds, and cleared it so we can see what there is, what sort of space there is. If we walk up to the end of the garden, we're going to see a big open cleared section. I say cleared, it's green and grassy. Hello! And that's where I want my greenhouse to go, and some of our raised beds and our planting. So watch yourself on the brambles. We've not fully we've not done this section yet actually, so that's why there's so many brambles here. So up here it's a bit clearer and it's a bit more open. We do have lots of spongy grass, which I am hoping there might be baby bunnies nesting under it, baby mice. John's looking at me like, no, there's probably not, stop it. But you don't know that, there might be.
There might be.
But yeah, this section needs clearing. At the moment it's a big pile of actually ash. I think there was a lot of fire up here from the previous owners, so many years ago, because since we've lived here this has just been a empty field. So this is what we've got currently, and I'm hoping in a year's time I will be standing here being like, this is my new greenhouse, this is my new raised bed, this is flowers and food and things, because this would be so nice to become a little small holding and something, you know, I don't know, something useful for our family, I think is what we want, isn't it?
Definitely.
Thank you so much for having a look around our cottage garden. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, and I will see you on our next video.